Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. If Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though, a three-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get this down to the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 43-yard line. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Jets had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, touchdown! Julio Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 63 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Chubb. Taken down at the 42. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Jefferson able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now Watson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, if you're ever going to try the fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards for a first, I think that decision was okay and spot on. The problem was the execution. It was not.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the interception, here's Watson. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. Incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The York on now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
From the 29, Rodgers.
He'll get this to Elliott.
The offense on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Caught by Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown from the 6. Cleveland offense making their way out. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb.
Finding room at midfield.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 39, Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
From the gun on third, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Down 11 yards in time with a new set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's Watson.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through.
And that will tie things at 17 all. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, probably that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York set to take the field.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. First down grab there by Tyler Conklin, and he's a big part of the rebranding of the tight end position in New York. The Jets brought in multiple starters at that position, and Conklin, he's coming off a career best year in Minnesota. 61 catches in his first season as a starter.
Open man is Uzama. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This complete to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 39, Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Again, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start with a couple of franchises looking to make a move here in 2022. Miami heading north to take on Baltimore. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. The Dolphins were winners last week, so they're trying to start their campaign at 2-0. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Brian Robinson, a touchdown run in that first half. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They were 3-point winners a week ago. They lead by 3 here as well as they start 1st and 10. Watson off play action.
He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
To throw again on second down. Watson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a fun one to watch right there. Nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Isaiah Simmons
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A dump off to Elliott. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that's going to tie things at 20. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Forced out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
If he came to the line scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now out come the Jets.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Jones has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Dobbins. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
One more time with Dobbins. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9 now from the 21. And again, it's Chubb.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Watson. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled it for just a short gain.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Inside give to Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns set to take over. Well, they just gave up the news. The good news. What is that?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Stopped for the loss by Devin White.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On play action. Now Rodgers. It's brought in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. And quickly they get to the line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll run it with Elliott, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Good job, son. Let's go.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 7. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Watson to throw. Pass complete to Chubb.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
To throw, Watson.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Now Watson.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Rodgers to throw.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that's caught inside the 35. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Rodgers.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly the 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and a little bit of a surprise.
It's Madden NFL 23. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. He had the D's number a week ago, nearly 190 yards rushing. It's the Bengals and the Jets on EA Sports.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Mixon last week, he was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
This defense for the Jets, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Let's ride, dog. It's showtime. Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go do this. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. Come on, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go, here we go. 11.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And only to about the 42-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They get him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number 1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from a big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, one in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
As Jamar Chase picks up a 1st down here, how about a quick reflection on his debut as a rookie? Set a new rookie receiving record and the Bengals franchise record with 1,455 yards and was 3rd in the league in touchdown. He became only the 2nd rookie receiver named All-Pro since 1998, joining former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson, who did it in 2020.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To the air again, Burrow. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking middle, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And New York set to take the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 23. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
The Jets are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here we go now on first and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A rough go there on third down. A loss of 4. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on fourth down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on fourth down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. On second down, Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Now it's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And some room to roam now.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right, because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal, too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
On 2nd and inches.
Burrow, slant pass to Boyd.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Steps away to his left.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Looking for Elliott, and he's got the catch on the crossing route. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43.
Zerline's kick is up and through.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Trent Sherfield, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Rodgers again now. Wilson's got it complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. From the 25 on second down, Rodgers.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half.
They make their 2nd half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Uzama. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action. Now Rodgers.
This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Rodgers now on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. There he goes, left side. The 30. 10, 5, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken at about the 1.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. 30. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
On 2.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Quick slant here to Smith.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. They saw the extra defender doubling him up, and it still combined for the completion and big gain.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. It's caught. Smith.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest.
Throw for Burrow, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second down and 3. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Jets on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Rodgers. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. He's got room at the 30. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
I'm one, right?
Burrow will throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
11 empty, 11 common, 12, 12, 12, 11 mighty, 12.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they attention to him. Something just to stop the momentum he has.
He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers tapping his forward on the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Dobbins running out of the gun. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Good catch in the fair catch.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch him.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
Here we go, here we go. Get
Big gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now Burrow.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
To your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 4, a little under 30 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
That's caught by Wilson, and he's brought down, but great yardage to start the drive, a 1st down, and it sets him up pretty nicely here moving forward.
50, 26.
To throw is Rodgers. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
The 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Rodgers to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now Rodgers. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last dance from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Well, it took us until the final play.